I need advice with what to do. My friend has been cheating on her husband for years with a lot of other men. They have 2 kids together and recently he has found out about one person she was seeing, but is clueless that for years she has been doing the same. I know she is still seeing multiple people at the same time, and that their relationship is strained after he found out, but she has somehow made him believe that it's finished, and it was a mistake. He is so in love with her that he will forgive her, but even now she is still sleeping with other people whilst he is at work. She hasn't stopped, and he is clueless. Do I message him and have her hate me, or do I tell her she needs to stop, which I know she won't, because even now she is still doing it. I want what's best for all parties, but especially their kids. What do I do? TL. Doctor, my friend is cheating, and I don't know if I should tell her husband. They have 2 kids. Do they? Or does she have 2 kids and he's going to have his life turned upside down when the kids do a 23andMe test 10 years down the line? That's a valid point. You should find a way to tell her husband. Anonymously, if you must. Don't fool yourself into thinking you can talk her into stopping. My husband had to have a female friend tell him that his ex was sleeping with his best friends. Had she not said something he could still be with her, and we wouldn't have gotten together. My opinion, be that person who does right by the innocent parties, in this case, her husband and kids. Just tell him what you know. It's up to him what to do about the situation going forward. It sounds like he deserves better. I don't know what you should do, but my first question is, why are you friends with this garbage person? I didn't know about this when I met her, and I feel like if there was ever a time for me to say something, it's now. FFS, tell him. Wouldn't you want to know? I would, but I'm worried that I'll be involved in what happens after. I honestly want him and the kids to have what's best, but I also don't want to be the person who broke up a family. She knows what she's doing is wrong. She doesn't care, and he might already have someone else's kid or an STD from her cheating. He caught her, and she's still seeing multiple men. She won't stop. It used to be possible to cover this stuff up, but now there's DNA tests everywhere, and I'd be shocked if insurance carriers weren't making DNA collection mandatory by the time the kids grow up. On the other hand, she's a friend that you know for a fact will happily betray people for the fun of it, so your loyalty goes only one way. I think you should tell him. Email accounts are free. Give him a few facts, dates, and locations in an anonymous email. Thank you. I don't know how or why you stayed friends with a cheater that long. As soon as I'd found out a friend was cheating, that would be the end of the friendship, and I'd tell their partner as soon as possible. Not telling people they are being cheated on is aiding and abetting their being cheated on. Anyone who knows but does nothing has no right to get mad if they are ever cheated on. I once told a friend her shitty boyfriend was cheating on her, and she responded by cutting me out of her life without ever speaking to me again, and this is after her garbage boyfriend threatened to kill me. Some people just don't want to see what's in front of them. I would have stopped being friends with her years ago. My husband walked out on me for another woman after 20 years of marriage. So, I'm not empathetic to cheaters. I can't be friends with anyone who is a cheater and a liar. Tell this poor man and dump this garbage friend. Our friendship isn't based on what she does with other men. I will find a way to tell him. Tell him everything and dump that awful human being out of your life. The odds of those kids being his aren't great. His life may get torn apart, but that is on her and not you. She is a trashy human being. Why is a person like this considered a friend? Because I knew her before I knew this side of her. A friend is a piece of shit. Tell the husband. Sounds like you've finally, rightfully, lost most remaining respect for her. Tell her. Why keep someone like this in your life? She will show you zero loyalty. You know that. Blow it up. Respectfully. You need to understand she's cheated for years with multiple men. She is doing so now. She is actively cheating. It's not my business, but it's important you should know. I would want to know. So would I, but I also don't want to be in the middle, which is why I'm so torn. If you are married and your husband cheated on you, wouldn't you like someone to tell you? Give her an ultimatum for her to tell her husband, or you will do it yourself. I feel that if I do, she will turn it into a situation where she tells him that I'm angry with her and only saying these things to get back at her. I'm upset by this whole situation, but I know she's a person who is capable of lying to someone for years and manipulating him. There's nothing stopping her doing the same if I talk to her first. Not fair to the dude. I would tell him. Of course a cheater is going to defend another cheater. At the end of the day, the cheater is a coward, worse actually. Yep, a selfish coward. How can you be friends with such a person? Do you really want a friend who would marry someone she can't and won't be faithful to? Do you truly want this type of person in your life? Tell him and then stop being friends with her because she's gross. You need to tell him, anonymously or not. This is no longer a decision about you, him, or her. The kids are involved, and they cannot be raised in lies. They deserve truth, in whatever form it takes, for the best chance. Document it with verifiable evidence and anonymous mail it all to him. And that keeps you out of everything. Ick now, when this comes out, and it will. She's sloppy enough to get caught once. People will look at *YOU* differently, simply because you associate with her. Do you want any partner, present or future, questioning your fidelity? You won't even be able to call and so insecure, because you'd look shady by association. Tell the husband. End the friendship. Unless you want to be for the streets by default. If the role was reversed, would you want your husband's friend to tell you that your husband is cheating on you? This is messy any way you slice it. Tell him. Guess you could make a fake social account or something and tell him, but then you'll have to still be friends with her. At least it'll be a clean break if you tell him, and she knows that. Honestly, you could give her the chance to tell him, but she'll likely not tell the whole truth and turn around and lie to you, because that's the kind of person she is. He deserves to know. I think you should tell him. There's no right or wrong in the situation, because it's such a wrong thing she's doing. Are you willing to lose the friendship? Maybe you can have a chat with a husband and tell him there was a person on Reddit that knew a friend was cheating on their spouse, and the person wondered if they should tell the spouse about it. What do you think? If he said he would tell, or he would want to know, there's your answer. If he says it is not your business to tell, there's your answer. It is kind of giving him the power of choice. That's great advice, thank you.